All right, in the shop this morning. Yesterday I got the hood, redone the tailgate, trim ring for the front bumper, got all that sprayed. Came out, I think I showed y'all I pulled in a Mercedes that had the windshield replaced the same time the S10. Tree fell on it, had a few dents. Got some filler on them. The hood is aluminum, so I couldn't pull them out, but the pillar I was able to pull the dent out real good on it. And now while that's drying, I'm over here, got the S10 on the lift so I could get to all 55,000 runs that I put in it real easy instead of being down on the ground. First one is gone. The one on the firewall right below the cage bar, the down tube, whatever you want to call it, that I had in it, got it out. So I'm going to move on to the next. So one run of, okay, so it's what, 54,999 left to go. I'm not good at math. I think that's right. But hopefully I can get all of them out and I don't have to do any spot blend jobs on this thing. The owner is in I believe he's South Carolina or North Carolina, one or the other. But they're supposed to come Sunday early morning to come pick this thing up. And today is Thursday, so I'm going to try and get all the runs out today. And just in case I cut through on one or something like that, I have tomorrow to spot it in. And then tomorrow, Friday evening and Saturday, I have left to put everything that I need to put back on it and clean it up a little bit because it's dusty and stuff. But that's where we're at on it. I ain't going to waste much more time. If you want to know how to cut a run out and do that, there's plenty of videos on YouTube shows you how to do that. Like I said when I showed you that I run this thing the way I did, I don't normally get many runs, so I can cut them out pretty good, but it's not something that I do often. So there's probably people that could tell you how to get them out a lot better than I can. But for how I do it, it seems to work pretty good for me. But I'm not going to sit here and explain to you how I do it because it's just there's only so many ways that you can cut the run out. And there's like I said, there's plenty of videos. I am talking way too much. I just cut the video off because I just kept rambling about cutting runs out. But I was going to show you the run in the firewall is completely out. Nice shine to it. There may be still something right up here right by this tube, but that's not gonna be that bad. I'll leave that like that and move on to the next one. Next one I'm going to do is right here on the fender. Got some dust on it. Got this spot right here, and it's just a slight sag right here. But I mean, the truck's got a really nice shine and stuff to it. So, and then the next one I'll go to is this ginormous one I got on the bed. But I think I can get them out pretty good, so let's get to it. All right, so I'm gonna update you real quick. Everything's going pretty good with sanding the runs out. I got the one in here in the front fender, got it took care of. The little sag that was somewhere in here, got it took care of. I just finished up the large one on the bedside here. It turned out real good considering how big that one was. And also there was kind of like some sagging down this area. Got that took care of too. Nice and shiny. This truck is being built by Sick Motorsports. I think it's in South Carolina. If it's North Carolina, Brandon, I'm sorry. but they've been doing all the work. He's real good at wiring also, and I think he's really good at doing paint correction and buffing. And I believe they're going to cut and buff this thing a little bit later, because I like to cut and buff after about 2 to 4 weeks. A lot of people like to get right on it and cut and buff them right after they're painted. In my opinion, when you do that, it seems like it knocks the gloss down. It seems like it don't hold its gloss as good as if you wait a little bit longer and then cut and buff it. It seems like it holds the gloss better, but that's just my take on it. Some people probably won't agree with me, but you know, I got the run out of the firewall. On this side, I had a sag right in this area, and it was built up on the corner, and it's not wanting to focus here, but right here on the corner I went through trying to get it out, so I am going to have to spot this place right here in the run that was on the roll right here. I got it out, the little sag that was up here and right below where the mirror goes, got it out. So looking pretty good. If that's the only spot I'm gonna have to burn in, that's not too bad. It won't take much at all, just a little place. I'm about to come over here and tackle this other one on the bedside right here. Hopefully it comes out as good as the other side, and that'll take care of the big runs in the truck. And then I can get it over into the booth area and spot that in. That way tomorrow I can put this thing back together. So I've got all the runs sanded out of the S10. I've been in here getting the Mercedes ready for a primer. I found 3 more dents, just a little ding there at the top. I found one right here on the edge, and that one almost in the center of the hood. So I went ahead and fixed them. There is a little bit of a bend in the trim, windshield trim that goes right here. Repaired it, got it all ready for primer. It's masked up. I'm gonna shoot some primer on it. I didn't like how these down bars for the roll cage for the S10 looked. When I sprayed the semi-gloss black on it, it kind of made it look textured. I didn't like that. So when I spray primer on here, I'm going to put some more primer on these bars where it's bare metal. And then I'm going to spray them again with semi-gloss black. And then I'm going to get over there and start putting the S10 back together. All right. So I got everything put back on the S10. GMC, Sanoma, S10, whatever you want to call it. I got it all wiped down this evening. They're going to come early, first thing tomorrow. I think 8:30 in the morning. Come pick it up. Like I said, I think they're out in South Carolina or North Carolina. I think it's South Carolina. Sick Motorsports. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, all the social medias. But I'm digging the color on this thing. I think it's pretty sharp. I think the whole truck looks pretty good. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you a little bit better. Got the front bumper mounted. If you haven't checked out the videos where I first started on it, I put the hole in the front bumper, put the trim ring, mounted it. I mounted these 2 push buttons, locks, whatever you want to call them. I don't know the proper name for them. Put the 2 in the front of the bumper to secure it. They already had the 2 on the side for each fender. They already had the 2 for the hood. Put them back on. It looks really good. The black contrast to the silver paint. This color has a real good flop to it, so it changes from silver to like a pewter to charcoal. Really nice. You can see how the hood looks a lot darker than the fender because of the way the light's hitting. So does the top, how the top's doing. Wiped everything down, cleaned up his wheels, cleaned the windows. You know, it got a brand new windshield. The other windshield, it had a real bad yellowing across the top. Now this one's got like a bluish black shade to it. Top of the S10, top of the truck has a good shine to it. Everything has a good shine to it. It's got a really good reflection. I personally, I don't really like a sanded and buffed vehicle. I like a fresh, clear that's got a little bit of orange peel in it. Not a lot of orange peel, but as you can see, this thing's got a little bit of orange peel, not much, but it does have some. But you know, for something that's not, you kind of see here, I still got a little bit of dust on it. It's hard to keep something real clean in the shop, but I mean, for not buffing, that is I mean, to me, that's laid down pretty nice, don't you think? I don't know much more to say about it other than it's done. It's been a pretty it's been a pretty busy few weeks squeezing this thing in. A little bit more work than I expected, but that's all right. I got the roll cage bars put in. They're semi-gloss black. I'll show you got a little bit of scuffing, but I got my tape line right across the other side of the welds, so it's kind of uniform. Tailgate got a real good reflection, roll pan. This side, you can kind of get a good reflection from it. I think it turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. I hope the owner is real happy with it, and I hope he is as satisfied as I am with it. I think they are going to cut and buff it. If they do cut and buff it, the thing would be really super slick. You know, got the door jambs all done. I didn't install these rubbers because they're held on with double-sided tape. I'm going to suggest to him that he gets new ones, because I can put double-sided tape. I could get the old off of it and put new, but it never seems to really stick real good on the rubbers. And I don't think they're too awful much for replacements. And instead of having them just come off, I would suggest buying new ones. But if he wants to reuse them, you can put some new double-sided tape on it, but I'll leave that up to him, what he wants. No sense in wasting double-sided tape and them starting to fall off and you end up having to buy new ones. But yeah, truck looks awesome. I really like it. It turned out sharp, and I can't wait to see the motor and stuff they're going to put in it. I think it's going to be an LS with a Pro Charger, which I know it's going to be a Pro Charger, but I think he said that it's going to be an LS. But leave me a few comments on what you think about the S10 or GMC Sanoma S15, whatever you want to call this thing. Let me know how you like how it turned out in the comments. And I was mixing my words up trying to ask you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So I cut it, popped up the hood so you can see underneath here and how it all turned out. I think the contrast to the silver and the black and everything, motor in here, big old Pro Charger in the front, This thing's gonna be pretty sharp. Ran into my tires backing up. But also have the Mercedes in here. Got primer on it. Got the primer on the little piece here. Primer on the pillar. Being this thing is black, I'm going to block this primer it again, make sure it's super straight, and then go to paint it first of the week. I may try and block it tomorrow, which is Sunday, and put another coat of primer on it. But the weekend has been really nice, so I may try and get the Cobra out and block it and prime it again, maybe tomorrow evening or first thing Monday. But we'll see.